Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Toy Collector Review with me, Sergeant Geek. And today we're going to be taking a look at a couple of toys from one of my favorite cartoon franchises, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now guys, I love the Turtles. I love a lot of the 80s toys. I had a bunch of them. Now some of the action figures that are coming out now, as you know from watching this channel previously, there's a company, BST, that makes some really great looking figures, but articulation and quality wise, I had some sketchiness about it. So once again, I found some really good looking figures from them. I want to take a look at them and see if the articulation and the quality is still subpar with them. Are they worth getting, or are they worth just leaving on the shelves, or maybe just putting display on your shelves? So guys, let's go ahead and let's get into it. Alright guys, so here are the figures. Once again, this is BST AXN. Like I said, they make really good figures, but I'm always iffy about the articulation and the quality. These things always feel like they're gonna break. But guys, let's take a look at the box. As you can see, local comic book store, I paid $22 for Bebop. I actually got him at my local game store. They had him on the shelf. Looks really cool. The box looks really nice. He's got a picture of Bebop on the side. Big open window so you can actually see the figure, and he comes with a limited edition collector's card. Well, once again, the boxes and the display of the figures inside the boxes are really awesome. If you're somebody who collects figures and keeps them mint in box, never takes them out, I guess these would be perfect for you guys because they do look really amazing inside the box. They look awesome to display, but as you can see, mine, it's got a little bit of wear and tear on it there, so I like to open them up out of the box and take the figures out and put them on display. So that's what's going to happen with Bebop here. And like I said, I'm hoping that the articulation points are as good as they claim. Now here we have Rocksteady. Now Rocksteady, I guess some toy companies have always put him with the jacket, because I've seen him with the jacket before. And usually whenever he has a jacket like that, that's because they want to make it just like this one, where you can change him back into his non-mutant form, his human form. He never has the jacket in the show, and as you can see, I swung by Ross and actually picked up Rocksteady for only 10 bucks. That's what made it worthwhile. The box is torn, but like I said, the boxes are really not that much with me, because he's going to be taken out the box and put on display. He comes with quite a few accessories. I think they're the same style accessories he gets from his original toy release. These are the figures. Let's go ahead, and it comes down to this point. Let's get them out of the box. Let's take a look at these figures, and let's see if they're worth taking out of the box, or dodging them altogether. I've had a few issues with the Turtles that I purchased. They look really cool. They are a little bit difficult to pose them up, but once you get them posed in a certain way, they look pretty cool, but the articulation is not all there. When you try to pose these guys up and bend them at the joints, they feel like they're gonna break. And I'm so scared to push them too far because I'm afraid I'm gonna pop something, and these things don't feel like they could take the strain. Here's the actual trading card that comes with it. If you guys want to pause it and read the back of it, that's fine. Now let's go pop this case open. I have to admit, I do like the way they package the figures. There's no tie downs or anything. They actually got a clear coat that covers them and keeps everything in its place, which I think is a really cool idea, especially if you're doing collector in box. This is a great way to keep them in there. You don't damage anything. You can pull the figure out, display it, and then you want to put it right back in the box, you can go ahead. Here's one of the BST stickers. Now everything just sits in there in the box, which is really great. Like I said, no pieces of plastic anywhere restraining them. Let's get a look at Bebop here. Let me get my camera to focus. All right, here we go. Now Bebop's head, to me, is a great head sculpt, and it is the color of what I remember Bebop being in the cartoon. Now the body color, I think that's because of the forming, because Bebop was a black guy before he became a warthog. So I think they kept the color of the skin on the figure itself to try to, so you can actually form him into the human form of Bebop. It looks like he's got double jointed elbows. Now here in the arms, doesn't feel like they actually go up much. The jacket feels cool. It doesn't feel real stiff. But these arms, now the elbows here looks double jointed. But that looks deceiving because once again, it feels like I'm gonna rip the forearm off the arm if I go any further than 90 degrees. He does have a bicep rotation, which is fine. 90 degrees, it's okay. Now the hands, it does have a tilt and a twist because the hands are pegged in. You can't take them off. So you got plenty of articulation there as well. Now let's see. There is an ab crunch there, as you can see right there. Now the legs, once again, doesn't feel like he can go that far. The ab crunch can go a little bit, and it has a little bit of a twist. The head can tilt, but the tilting of the head actually changes the angle of the head too. Okay, now the legs surprisingly can go pretty far back past 90 degrees. That's pretty cool. You got the thigh rotation up here. And with the feet now, okay, the feet tilt is not that bad. And it actually has a twist on there as well, so that's pretty good. Let's see here. See if I can get up to stand. See, this is the problem sometimes with these guys too. And I have to admit my table is a little lopsided as well. Need to get an actual table here. Okay, so I actually got him to stand. Let's take a look at some of the accessories here. Now these do look like they're all for the original toy line. When he came out, he had a little gun, a shield, and I think a knife. Now, let's see how good. Okay, this is going to be a pain. The gun is a little bit softer plastic, so it's flexible. The hands are a little bit stiff. That's a lot stiff. Let's try here. It's got a little hook there. Let's see if we can get this in. This hand is fighting me. See, this is the problem with BXT. A lot of this stuff, you gotta fight it to actually put it in a thing. This is not, like I said, this is not something that's got a lot of toy etiquette on it or playability. This is purely a buy it and put it on the shelf and the box display, which for some people, they do collect them for that reason, and that's pretty cool, and I like the way they display and everything like that in the box. But for a guy like me that likes to take them out and actually pose these guys up and set up little scenarios on my shelf, it's work. Alright, so obviously we're not going to get any weapons in his hands today. Alright, we're not going to get any. And the funny thing is, these guys, when they were out in Walmart, some Walmarts actually had these like in the electronics section where they had the Geek section. These were in the actual toy section. Now here's the head for the human Bebop. Now let's see how easy it is to change out the heads. Feels like I'm gonna break this head. Here it goes. Hopefully I don't break anything underneath. There we go. You can see all the marks up there. The tooling wasn't all that great. Now let's see if we can get the head on. Alright, this head is really fighting. Come on, get. See, this is what I'm saying. I shouldn't have to do extra work to pop the heads in and off. This thing does not want to go on. Which means I'm going to have to put some sort of lube on the ball joint, or find a way to warm up the head a little bit, or open the peg up, or maybe sand down the peg here. I don't know, but it shouldn't be this hard. This is what I'm talking about, quality control. This is not a playable toy. Let's see, I got it here. I think I got it. Can I get it? Nope. It doesn't want to click in at all. Ah. This is very, very frustrating. I'm putting so much pressure that I feel like I'm gonna break something, either my hand or this toy. Once again, let's see if we can get the Warthog head on. Okay, I can get the Warthog head back on Bebop, so we're just gonna leave him like that. Once again, this is very disappointing right here. Let's get the rest of his stuff off to the side. Now let's get Rocksteady. Let's open up the box on him, and let's take a look at this figure here and see if we had the same control issues. Now, I know some of you guys who are watching this are probably saying to yourself, if the figures are this bad from this company, why do you keep buying them? A, all these guys were around 10 bucks, so I was willing to take the chance. And B, I'm taking a look at them so you guys don't have to waste your money if you don't want to. I'll waste it so you guys can actually get to see what these things are all about and get my honest opinion. And there is a C, they actually, like I said, I ain't gonna lie, these figures do look pretty good. And for 10 bucks, I'm gonna take the chance to check them out to see if I can pull them, put them on my turtle shelf. There's not too many figures. NECA does have some really awesome figures, and unfortunately, when I'm on the toy hunt, I rarely come across them, so it's hard to get my hands on some NECA turtle figures. But I can always order them if I want. But part of the fun for me is the hunt. Is actually going out to the stores and checking out stores and looking on the shelves to see what they actually got, especially the discount stores. Once again, not too much weight to him. He feels kind of light. The head sculpt is really good on Rocksteady. Looks really awesome, but you can see there around his head, you got the flesh tone there, so you can actually put the head on. I'm not even gonna bother trying to put the head on this one because I don't want to mess anything up. But the figures do look pretty good. They got some detail to them. They look really nice. This leg seems a little bit weak, which means that's going to be a problem posing him up. But once again, he's got the same issue as the other one. It feels like I'm going to pop his arm out if I go too far, which is not a good sign if he can't even go 90 degrees. Just trying to bend the arm at the elbow, and the hand already popped off. All right, guys, so let's get the arm bend. There we go. It does have 90 degrees. Here. Now, I don't think he has an ab crunch. It doesn't really feel like he has one. These knees here look really bad. These joints are not very attractive. No tilt in the feet, but it does have a twist at the ankle. Like I said, it doesn't feel like you have the ab crunch. There's no up or down on the head. You can go 360 on it, but that's about it. Not very impressed with Rocksteady here. Let's take a look at some of his accessories. Now the weapon, the rifle here, looks okay. It did a halfway decent paint job on it. Let's get the machete out. The machete, once again, looks pretty good as well. He actually has a sheath here in the back, so you can actually stick that in. There we go. And like both figures, they all come with an extra set of hands. Now with Rocksteady, being that he has two different skin colors, he only has one set of hands for each. Now here's the head. It does look like Rocksteady from the cartoon. I'm not 100% sure if this head is going to fit neither. It's probably going to need some work to get these heads on. This one actually feels bigger, but that's not saying much because the ball joint could be bigger in there. But it does look like a decent head sculpt here. Nice detail. Let's see if I can get him to stand. You gotta lean him a little bit forward because he wants to fall back. Get Rocksteady here, see if we can get him set up so he can stand. All right, I think I got him. All right, hopefully the camera will focus. And that's where we're gonna leave it off for right now.
But wait, there's more.
All right, guys, so once again, I have another little figure, quick one. This was at my local comic book stores. I only paid 10 bucks for him, just the way you see him. This here, I believe his name is Roadkill Ronnie. He is from Playmates, and this thing is amazing. It looks just like from the TV show. Nicely done. Now, I believe the original actually had a bunch of accessories. I don't have them. I just have the figure here. I'll actually hunt down some accessories at my next toy show. But the wheel rolls around, and it actually has a hole here, so you can peg them on a stand. Nice detail to everything else. The head comes off, I believe, as well, so you can put one of the accessory heads. I think it's just the top, not really sure. Let's see here what comes off. Come on. Looks like it might be just the top. Oh, I think it's the whole head. Yep, it's the whole head that comes. I guess he has another head that he gets put on. Let's go ahead and just put that on. And another cool little feature is right here. Nicely done. I remember that from one of the episodes when he was rescuing Bebop and Rocksteady. Really cool little figure. I just had to bring it out so you guys can actually see it. I believe he came 2 in a box and a bunch of accessories. I don't have those accessories. I just have him. Got him at my local comic book store. I only paid 10 bucks just for this figure right here. Guys, leave it in the comment section. Did I pay too much? How much was the originals? I haven't been able to find them. Let me know what you guys think of Roadkill Ronnie.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles will return after these messages.
Now you can make Pro Wrestling Federation superstars twist, turn, do things they never thought they could do. Camouflage, the Iron Sheik can do that. Clothesline, Hulk Hogan can do that. And now for the main event, a steel cage match. Flip, whip, slam. He's out of the cage. He can't do that. Can he do that? Steel cage match set comes with 2 wrestlers. Other bendies sold separately. From LJN.
Billy Mays here to talk to you about t-shirts. But not just any t-shirts, we're talking Sergeant Geek's Depot's t-shirts. These tees are high quality, just look at these prints right here. Don't they look great? Just listen to these satisfied customers.
These shirts are pretty cool and I wear them all the time. I just wear my jacket all the time. That's why you don't see them.
Why, these shirts are a killer deal, and the prints are to die for.
Yes, these t-shirts are fun to wear, and I plan on buying more as soon as I get an allowance.
I'll bet you're wondering, how can I get one of these amazing tees? All you have to do is check Sergeant Geek's Depot. Here you can find amazing tees. And you'll be glad you did. Just send $19.95 to. Just kidding, guys. Link to the site below in the description.
We now return to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Alright guys, so that wraps up another episode of Toy Collector Review. Now when it comes to these BST action figures, there's pretty much 3 questions you gotta ask yourself before you purchase these. Number 1, are you a box collector and are you gonna plan on putting on the box? Does the box look good?
Hell yeah.
Does the figure itself, if you were to take it out of the box and put it on display, does it look good?
Hell yeah.
Is the articulation hot garbage?
Fuck yeah.
And I guess that's the reason why I constantly see these BST figures at discount stores and Black Friday stores, outlets. These things look great in the box. Awesome. If you're a box collector, mint in box, these things are awesome for you. Go ahead and get them. If you collect them and put them on display, which is kind of like me, you display them and you rarely ever touch them, yeah, okay, I can see spending $10 on it from the discount stores. But if you're buying this for somebody who constantly messes with the figures and goofs around with it or changes the poses, or even somebody to play with it, no, this thing will break. It is articulation is hot garbage. This thing claims its excellence in 31 points of articulation. 31 points of accurate articulation is what these figures lack. And like I said, I'm gonna buy them because one, I have a glutton for punishment, and two, I'm buying them so you guys don't have to if you don't want to. Guys, once again, we're at the end of the episode, so once again, don't forget, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, become a member of this channel, hit that bell notification so you can be notified every time I put out a new video. And guys, if you like the content that I'm putting out on this channel, go ahead and smash that like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. And guys, if there's anything in particular you want to see on this channel, or you just want to leave me a comment, go ahead and leave me a comment in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer it, and I will do my best to get those characters and action figures for you guys on this channel. Once again, I'm Sergeant Geek, and I'm signing off.
You have been watching Sergeant Geek Collector's Review. Subscribe and roll out.